everyone, Zen Jen here. We are going to do just a simple exercise. This is some bridging, and it will help us with our lower backs and just to strengthen and support the core overall. What we'll need is a good sized yoga block and a yoga strap, and the strap will go around the outside of the thighs. So you can take these two things and just put them somewhere close to the mat so that you can reach them easily. Let's get started. We're going to start on our backs with the soles of the feet down and the knees bent. And we're going to take the knees directly over the ankles so that we have some nice good alignment here, starting with some gentle pelvic tilts. Now when we actually engage in the exercise, okay, we're going to keep the gaze up, the head in line with the spine. Maybe you would want to watch first and then go into the movement with your breath, being mindful of the head in line with the spine. So hopefully you're watching this and you can take your time with it. We're going to start with some gentle pelvic tilts. So if you take your hands onto your lower belly and just press your lower back towards the ground, you'll start to feel this tilt in your pelvis. And then relax your lower back so that we come to neutral. So as you can see here, we're tilting the pelvis, pressing down, activating the lower belly, and then we can relax and come back to neutral. And this is to create that awareness in the core and just this simple breathing pattern. As we exhale, we're going to press the low back down and now think about hollowing out your lower belly. And on your inhale, just relax your back. Come back to neutral. Exhale, scoop and hollow, press. Inhale, come back to neutral. So that is the first progression. If we're comfortable with that, we can bend our knees, take our knees into the chest, and just take your hands gently to the tops of your knees. Relax your lower back for a moment and just feel, okay, any sensations, anything talking to you. Now we're going into that same movement, and you'll see that the arms will move, but I'm not pulling on the legs, all right? So as we press the low back down, scoop and hollow the lower belly, the knees start to draw in, and then inhale, on the inhale, just relax, come back to neutral. Exhale, press and hollow. Inhale, release. And this feels so good on the back. It's like getting a little bit of a back massage. Good. Exhale, press and hollow. Gaze stays up, head in line with spine. Inhale, release. So you can actually do this movement for a few minutes. And it's very gentle, it's very accessible, and it's very, very effective when done regularly. Perfect. Let's take our feet down for a moment. Just give ourselves a little bit of a break. Maybe take your knees side to side. Next, we're going to come into our bridging. And I'm sure you've seen this many times in yoga class. And the teacher has, everyone grab a block. And I used to teach this all the time as well, taking the block between the thighs. Now this does several things. Helps us to activate the adductors, the inner thighs. And that helps keep everything engaged, the core connected. So it's very healthy for the back. We're going to start with that one. It's familiar to most people who've practiced before. So we're going to start with that one. Taking the blocks between your thighs, not your knees, between your thighs. Keeping that same alignment, ankles underneath knees. Now tuck your shoulders and then press your hands into the ground, chin away from chest here. Push your shoulders down, straight down into the ground. From here, making sure that when you do the exercise, your gaze is up. Exhale, hollow, and press your lower back down. On the inhale, come up, but not your biggest bridge ever. So you can see I'm not coming as high as I possibly can. I'm coming up, keeping the ribs close together. So don't let those ribs flare out all over the place. Keep the ribs tucked. And now lift your hips just enough to feel that engagement. And as you come down, we're going to feel that connection. Push your back down and then release. So now we'll work with the breath. Exhale, hollow and press. Inhale, keep that long line of energy pushing in through the feet. Squeeze the block lightly. Don't come to your biggest bridge ever. Inhale at the top. Exhale, coming down. Press the back and relax. Exhale, hollow the belly and press. Inhale, come up, keeping those ribs close together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale at the top. Exhale, coming down, pressing your lower back into the ground. And then relax. Very good. Now, feel the difference here if we take the block away and notice how your inner thighs were active the whole time. See if you're pushing in too much or, maybe you weren't pressing as much. We want to keep this level of effort that we're not working so hard that we're like shaking or like breathing too much, okay? So you want to keep a level of effort where you feel like you're doing something, but you're not working so hard that you're overdoing it. And that takes a little bit of time to find. Next, we're going to take that strap and put it around your outer thighs. So this is a very good counter exercise for what we just did. And I see a lot in classes, I see a lot of people putting the bridge or putting the block between the thighs and activating the inner thighs, but I don't always see teachers getting the outer thigh work. And it's important to think about balance and counter posing sometimes, depending on what your goal is. So if we take the strap to the outer thighs, just lightly press. You don't have to try to rip the strap apart, but just lightly press. So you feel, okay, now you feel those abductors, maybe you feel more in the glutes, and then you'll feel that lower belly start to tone more. Aha. So making our bridge here, plant the hands, tuck the shoulders, press down, exhale, hollow the belly and press. Inhale, coming up, chin away from chest. Keep the ribs close, just a light press. Inhale at the top. Exhale, come down. Press the back down and relax. Yes, very good. So you can see how when we're focusing on these micro movements, when we focus on the transitions rather than just coming up and down and getting in and out of the pose, when we focus on the transitions, it's a whole different world, and it's really about that awareness that we create. Very good, everybody. Let's draw the knees into the chest, give ourselves a little hug for being here and practicing taking care of ourselves. And thanks for joining me, everyone. Namaste. If you enjoyed this exercise, please like and subscribe. Thank you.